that time of year. It's that time. I know. Hate it, love to hate it, wherever you fall on the spectrum. Everywhere around you, there are people talking about setting their goals or intentions for 2023 and reflecting on the things that happened in 2022. Now, I've already done my video kind of reflecting on what happened in 2022. Today, we are looking forward into 2023. So let's get into it. Today's video is sponsored. Not really. I am going to be using the Momentum Shift Planner. This is just a little one. And this is not the full planner, but this is the author power up bundle that just has a few things in it. I'm actually not going to be using that particular format though. I am going to be using my digital version of the Momentum Shift Planner, and we are going to just dive right into it. So before we start, I want to talk about what my 2022 goals were. Now, at the time that I set my 2022 goals, the Momentum Shift Planner did not exist. And so I used a completely different planner, a completely different digital planner that I had, just a planner that really didn't work for me, which is how I ended up with the Momentum Shift anyway. But I had an income goal, and I divided that down by what I was going to do each quarter. I wanted to do 7 audio projects. I wanted to get 7 audio projects put out. And I wrote down 2 per quarter because it's just an odd number. I wanted to have bi-weekly podcast episodes, meaning 2 episodes a month or an episode every 2 weeks. That definitely didn't happen. I wanted a certain number of new patrons added to my Patreon. Something that I noticed that I did here, I didn't write down what my existing number was, and so I actually don't know. I don't know. I have to I have to look. I wanted to add 535 new YouTube subscribers. I wanted to write 4 full-length novels and 4 novellas, which meant 1 full-length novel and 1 novella every quarter. And I wanted to repackage a project every quarter. And so let's see how I lined up with that. Okay, so my income goal. I was $6,000 short on my income goal if I do not consider a large contract that was signed and partially paid out this year. I probably should include it. And everybody who knows the details tells me that I should include it. But the reason that I am not including it and I am considering myself not having met that financial goal is because I feel like that is an outlier, and I was not expecting that at all when I was making these goals for 2022. And so I don't want to count it. Do I feel good about it? Yes, but I don't want to count it for this. I feel good about all of these because I know that those weeks where I was very, very ill early in my pregnancy, that 6 to 8 week period, I wasn't I wasn't capable of pretty much anything. And so I definitely lost some time, lost some productivity there. And it is what it is. I still feel okay about it. I'm not bugging about it. I'm good. I'm completely good. But it is what it is. I wanted to get in 7 audio projects. I got in 6. The bi-weekly podcast, that just didn't happen. I think I recorded 2 episodes of the podcast, and then I was like, this is too much. I don't have I ain't got it. I wanted to add 105 new patrons to my Patreon. I added 91 new patrons to my Patreon. I have my notes put up over there. And so, I feel like that's close enough. I feel good about it. YouTube subscribers. I wanted to add 535. I ended up adding 511, which again, close enough. 4 full-length novels, 4 full-length novellas. I ended up with 2 full-length novels and 4 novellas. So I'm not that happy with that one, but I'm okay with it. I know what it was. I'm good. I'm okay. I'm fine. And then I wanted to do one repackage per quarter. I did end up with 5 repackages. 4 of those were series. We got the new covers for the Right series. We got the new covers for the Love Sister series, the new covers for Serendipitous Love series, and then we also got the repackage of me and Somebody's Son, and It's the Chase for Me into Redux and Reverb with new covers and like a little duo set and all of that good stuff. So what I feel good about what I ended up with for 2022 versus the goals that were set for 2022. Now let's talk about 2023. Again, when I created the first Momentum Shift Planner, my goals for 2022 were already set. And so I never went back and amended them. But as I was coming here to set my goals and my intentions for this year, I actually realized that there was a deficit in the Momentum Shift Planner. And so I have created an updated version that includes a new page. And if you are already, if you've already purchased the Momentum Shift digital planner or the printable or whatever, if you go back to the site, or if you search for your download email, if you go back to that download email, you should be able to update your planner to the latest version with this new page in it that I think is a really, really important page. So our new page is going to be this one right here. This year I'm going to, and it has spaces for you to put down what you're going to write, what you're going to create, what you're going to earn, and what you are going to learn. And the idea with that is, a certain number of projects you want to write / publish, a certain number of things you want to create, whether that's merch, boxes, a short film, a podcast, different things like that. Because if you are an author and your intention is to build a career around it, you do also want to have those peripherals. So that's what that spot is for. You're going to earn, which is an income goal, because you do need an income goal. And also, what I'm going to be putting in that space is growth opportunities across my socials. How many new, followers I want to add, how many new subscribers I want to add, etc., 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 and then learn. I'm a huge proponent of always trying to perfect your craft, always trying to just improve and do different things and figure out ways that you can just grow again. And so we're going to fill those out, and then based on what we've put here, then we're going to put down what we're going to write, etc., etc., etc. So let's get into it. Okay, so what I put down is under write. I have 3 full-length projects, 2 novellas, and a script. Now, whether that script is going to be for a TV show, a short film, an audio podcast, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but it's down because it's something I've wanted to do for a long time. I keep putting it off, but this year I'm doing it. 4 seasons of merch, something that was kind of not necessarily a complaint that I had last year, but something that I wish I had kind of done better with, was creating merch around the different characters in different worlds that were available to everyone, because I created a lot of different merch last year, a lot of different things that no one ever saw except my patrons, because I have the Jonesy box. Well, every quarter I want to do something that is made available for everyone. And yeah, so that is one of my goals. I also want to introduce courses for authors. That is actually in the works right now. I have at least 2 courses that are, planned out. They just need to be, actually built out. And so I'm going to be working on that this year. No landing date yet, but it's coming. And also a baby. We will be introducing the 3rd child into our household this spring. And so I know that is going to, it's going to limit, it's going to limit what I'm able to do professionally. But personally, I am quite excited about, baby is very active. Baby is very, very active. And we had our big ultrasound, and the first thing, well, not the first thing that everybody said, but the ultrasound tech, the doctor, the nurse, everyone commented on the fact that baby's legs are measuring 2 weeks ahead. And so it's going to be a tall one or a long one, but that's to be expected. My husband is 6'4", I'm 5'8", so between the two of us, we make tall children. Anyway, earn. I want to earn 15% more than I did in 2022. That is a stretch. That's a stretch because, like I said, I am going to be out for quite a bit, preparing for baby and then maternity leave, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so it's a stretch, but I like a stretch type of goal. So we're gonna rock with it. I want to add 50 new patrons to my Patreon. I want to add 500 new subscribers on YouTube, and an additional 25% on across my socials. That's TikTok, Instagram. I don't really care about Twitter, but TikTok and Instagram definitely. And I'm also going to include newsletter subscribers in that as well. And then learn. I want to learn to utilize ads on Amazon and Facebook. I actually purchased a course last year that was supposed to help, and it did some, but in some ways not really. And so I want to kind of dive deeper into that and figure out how to really utilize those resources that are available. I want to improve my digital file organization. So this should be, that section is really like learn/improve. I'm terrible at file management. I'm very, very terrible at file management. And so sometimes it takes me like longer than it should to find certain things, which that's not good. And so I want to improve on that this year. And as far as my craft, I want to create more immersive scenes and settings when I'm writing. And what I mean by that is I want you to really just be sucked into like what's happening with my character and what they're going through, etc., etc., etc. I feel like that is an area where I could use some improvement, and so I am going to actively work towards that. Now, how am I going to do all of these things? Well, I will tell you, but it introduces something else. That is where this version of Momentum Shift is going to come in, the Productivity Please version of the planner. I'm still working on the digital version of this, but what will happen is for the year, we'll have a breakdown. Like we'll have, we have our goals, and then I'm going to choose a focus for each month from those goals. And then from there, I'm going to break those down into quarterly focus. What's going on within each quarter. And then once I come around to the quarter, we have this, which is the quarterly goal breakdown. And there's an area for you to put down what your goal for this quarter is, what the purpose is of that goal, how I'll feel when that goal is reached. And so then we'll have monthly, a monthly breakdown. Okay, what are we doing? What's the focus for each of the months? And then like a little to-do list over here so that I can write down some like those tangibles. Like I'm going to write this many words. I'm going to promote this project. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Just different things in different ways that I can really drill down into how to actually make this stuff happen. And then even down from the quarter, we are also going to choose our month. And we'll have, if you can see that, we'll have a monthly, what is this month's focus? What is my to-do list for the month? What is my overall? And then from there, on a daily basis, and some of this is in the Momentum Shift Planner too, like the quarterly breakdown, in the way that it's made in the Momentum Shift Planner. Hold on. So the quarterly breakdown in the Momentum Shift Planner, you have Q1 and you have, your main objective goal for this quarter, your smaller objective, the monthly breakdown, and the details. Let me see if you can see that. Adjust. Okay, that should be visible now. But you have all those same things for the month. For the quarter. And then for the month, you have, quarterly connection, which is how does this month specifically connect to what my goals for the quarter are. I have this month's project focus, my priorities, my tasks, and my monthly plan for like each of the different days. And I know this is tiny, but that's the beauty of digital planning, because you can zoom in to be able to look at what you want to look at and, kind of make it work in the way that you want to make it work. So I'm going to go through and do all of that. It's something I encourage you to do as well. While I would love it if you use the Momentum Shift Planner for this, you absolutely do not have to. You can honestly use a blank notebook. You can use, there's lots of other planners on the market. There's so many other planners on the market. You can find one that does have like the type of breakdown or type of layout that works for you and use that. But I absolutely encourage you to somewhere, somehow take a moment and really say what you want to happen this year. And I promise you that taking the time to say what you want to happen, and then not just expecting it to happen on its own, but actually putting that work, putting that effort into making those things happen, I promise you, you will see a world of difference by the time you hit this time in 2024. So that's all I have for today. That's all I have for today. I am going to go ahead and let this go. I need to eat and I need to finish, breaking down my goals and all of that. So I am going to get to work on that. And you let me know once you've taken time to put down your goals for the year, especially if you're an author. I want to hear what one of your major goals is for the year. And from there, I'll help. Bye.